Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered what secrets it might be hiding? In this video, we're diving into the most shocking lunar discoveries that scientists can't explain. From mysterious lights and strange structures to the chilling possibility that the moon might not be what it seems. Stay tuned as we uncover evidence that could change everything you thought you knew about our closest celestial neighbor. Part 1. The Dark Side of the Moon. For as long as humans have looked up at the sky, the moon has been our silent companion. But what most people don't realize is that we only ever see one side of it. The moon is tidally locked, meaning it rotates at the same speed it orbits the Earth, keeping one half hidden from our view forever. This mysterious region is often called the dark side of the moon, not because it never receives sunlight, but because it remains invisible to us. When spacecraft first photographed this hidden hemisphere in the late 1950s, scientists were stunned. Unlike the familiar crater-filled face we see every night, the far side looked entirely different, covered with mountains, deep basins, and a strange absence of the flat seas that dominate the near side. Some researchers even suggested that the moon's far side looked almost engineered in contrast to the near side. This odd asymmetry has fueled speculation for decades. Why would one side of the moon be smooth and flat, while the other is rough and jagged? Some theories propose violent asteroid bombardments, while others whisper about something far stranger. That perhaps this hidden face conceals traces of an ancient alien presence, shielded away from human eyes. To this day, the dark side of the moon remains a place of mystery, raising unsettling questions. What secrets might it be hiding? And why, after all the missions to the moon, do we still know so little about it? Part 2. Strange structures on the moon. As humanity developed better telescopes and spacecraft, scientists began noticing things on the moon that didn't quite add up. Photographs taken during the Apollo missions and later by lunar orbiters revealed strange, geometric-looking shapes scattered across the surface. Unlike natural craters or boulders, some of these features appeared too precise, with sharp angles, straight lines, and even patterns that resembled walls or towers. One of the most famous examples is the so-called shard and tower, massive vertical structures reportedly seen in NASA lunar images. Some claim they were kilometers tall, casting enormous shadows across the lunar surface. While skeptics dismiss these as tricks of light, low image quality, or natural rock formations, others are convinced they're remnants of something artificial. Perhaps ancient ruins or even alien-built observation posts. Adding to the mystery, several former NASA contractors and engineers have alleged that certain lunar photographs were deliberately airbrushed or hidden from the public. They claim that evidence of strange anomalies, domes, spires, and even large transparent structures was too controversial to be revealed during the height of the space race. The unsettling part? If these so-called structures are real, it would mean that the moon may not just be a lifeless rock orbiting Earth. It could have once been home to intelligent activity, or at the very least, a location of interest for beings beyond our planet. Are these simply natural formations we don't fully understand yet? Or has humanity been kept in the dark about what really lies on the moon? Part 3. The Moon's Hollow Mystery. One of the strangest and most unsettling theories about the moon is that it might not be solid. The idea first gained traction during the Apollo missions. In 1969, after the Apollo 12 astronauts returned to their lunar module, NASA intentionally crashed part of the spacecraft into the moon's surface to study the impact. To everyone's surprise, the moon rang like a bell. The seismic vibrations lasted for nearly an hour. This bizarre result repeated in later missions. Apollo 13's third-stage booster also slammed into the lunar surface, and once again, seismographs recorded a prolonged ringing effect. Scientists described it as though the moon was hollow or had a strange internal structure unlike anything we'd expected. Of course, mainstream researchers suggested possible explanations, such as the moon's unusual composition or its fractured crust. But conspiracy theorists and alternative thinkers had a different take. What if the moon is not a natural body at all, but some kind of artificial structure, maybe even a massive, ancient construct? Some went further, claiming the moon might be an observation station placed in Earth's orbit by advanced beings long ago. After all, its size, position, and tidal influence on Earth's life cycles seem almost too perfect to be random. The hollow moon mystery remains unsolved to this day. While most scientists lean toward natural explanations, the eerie data from Apollo continues to haunt researchers who wonder if our closest celestial neighbor is hiding a truth far stranger than we dare to imagine. Part 4. The mysterious lights on the moon. For centuries, astronomers have reported strange glowing lights on the moon's surface, phenomena now called transient lunar phenomena, TLPs. These glowing flashes, sparks, or waves of light have been recorded since at least the 1600s, with observers insisting that parts of the moon seem to shimmer, flicker, or even pulse with an otherworldly glow. Even during the modern space age, the reports haven't stopped. In 1969, just before Apollo 11 landed, both NASA and amateur astronomers noted strange lights near the landing site. Some glowed red, others bluish-white, and they didn't behave like reflections or meteor strikes. Scientists have suggested that these lights could come from gas escaping through cracks in the lunar crust, or perhaps from electrostatic discharges caused by solar radiation. But these explanations are far from proven. What unsettles researchers is the consistency of reports over hundreds of years, and the fact that many of these lights have been observed in the very same regions, as though they're repeating events. Some theorists propose that these could be signs of underground activity, ancient machines, alien installations, or even intelligent beings making their presence known. After all, why would the moon, an airless, dead world, flash with unexplained lights visible from Earth? The mystery remains unsolved, and while mainstream science hesitates to make bold claims, the eerie glow of the moon reminds us that something may be stirring in the shadows of its ancient craters. Part 5. Strange structures and lunar anomalies in NASA photos. When NASA first released the photographs from Apollo missions, most people expected to see nothing more than empty gray landscapes. But some researchers claim those photos contain something far stranger: structures that look artificial. For decades, conspiracy theorists and even some scientists have pointed out odd anomalies: giant tower-like shadows, geometric patterns resembling domes or pyramids, and formations that appear far too precise to be random rock formations. Some of these were spotted in official NASA archives, untouched and unaltered. One of the most famous examples is the so-called shard, a massive spire-like object captured in an Apollo 10 image. Rising miles above the lunar surface, it looks like a glass tower catching sunlight. Another is the castle, a bizarre semi-transparent structure seemingly floating above the moon, photographed during Apollo 16. NASA quickly dismissed these as image glitches, but skeptics remain unconvinced. Adding fuel to the fire, several whistleblowers, including former NASA engineers, have claimed that thousands of lunar images were deliberately edited before being released to the public. They insist that photos showing alien ruins, crashed craft, or other anomalies were either blurred or classified. If even a fraction of these claims are true, it means the moon may not be as lifeless as we've been told. Could humanity have stumbled upon the remnants of an ancient extraterrestrial civilization? And has that truth been hidden from us for decades? The possibility sends chills down the spine. After all, if the moon has secrets this big, what else is being kept from our eyes? Part 6. The ringing moon and the hollow moon theory. When Apollo 12 astronauts deliberately crashed their lunar module onto the moon's surface in 1969, they expected to create seismic waves, similar to how geologists study Earth. But what they observed shocked everyone. The moon rang like a giant bell for nearly an hour. NASA's seismometers recorded long, sustained vibrations, completely unlike anything seen on Earth. Later Apollo missions repeated the experiment with even larger impacts, and again, the moon reverberated, sometimes for hours. Scientists were baffled. The results didn't match our expectations of a solid, rocky world. This led to one of the strangest ideas in lunar research, the hollow moon hypothesis. Could the moon be less dense inside, or even partially hollow? Some researchers suggested enormous underground caverns or vast networks of tunnels. Others went further, proposing that the moon might not be natural at all, but a constructed object, perhaps placed there by an advanced intelligence in the distant past. Officially, mainstream science explains the ringing as a result of the moon's dry, rigid interior, which carries seismic waves differently than Earth's wet, molten mantle. But the data still raises questions. If the moon is so geologically dead, why does it behave so strangely under impact? The hollow moon theory might sound like science fiction, but it continues to fascinate scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. If the moon really is an artificial structure, or at least not entirely natural, it would completely rewrite everything we think we know about our nearest cosmic neighbor. And the deeper we dig, the more unsettling the possibilities become. Part 7. Mysterious Lights and Lunar Transients. For centuries, astronomers have reported strange, unexplained flashes of light, glowing mists, and shifting shadows on the moon's surface. These events, known as transient lunar phenomena, TLPs, continue to puzzle scientists to this day. In 1787, the famous astronomer Sir William Herschel claimed he saw luminous volcanic eruptions on the moon. Since then, countless observers, from amateur stargazers to professional researchers, have reported bizarre lights appearing suddenly and vanishing just as quickly. Some describe bright red glows moving across the lunar landscape. Others see sparkling flashes like fireflies dancing on the surface. NASA even investigated these sightings during the Apollo program, worried that active phenomena could pose a risk to astronauts. Yet, no clear explanation ever emerged. Several theories have been proposed. One suggests that gas escaping from underground pockets might create brief glowing clouds. Another blames electrostatic discharges, caused by the solar wind interacting with the lunar surface. More speculative minds argue that these lights could be evidence of alien activity, or even remnants of ancient technology hidden on the moon. What makes the mystery even deeper is that TLPs often appear in the same regions, especially near the Aristarchus crater, one of the brightest spots on the moon. Could it be a coincidence? Or is there something unusual happening beneath the surface? Something we still don't understand? Even with modern telescopes and satellites, these lights remain unexplained. They remind us that the moon is far from a dead rock. It might still hold secrets capable of shaking our understanding of space itself. Part 8. The moon's mysterious magnetic anomalies. Unlike Earth, the moon doesn't have a strong global magnetic field to shield it. Yet, scientists have discovered that certain regions of the lunar surface possess strange, powerful localized magnetic fields, and no one knows exactly why. One of the most famous of these is found near Reiner Gamma, a swirling pattern visible even from Earth with telescopes. This area, and others like it, can deflect the solar wind, creating mini-magnetospheres in places where they shouldn't exist. The mystery is twofold. First, how did these magnetic spots form on a moon believed to have lost its magnetic field billions of years ago? Second, why are they often associated with bizarre optical features called lunar swirls? White, curving streaks across the surface that look painted on by some unknown hand? Some scientists speculate that these anomalies are the result of ancient asteroid impacts, with magnetic materials scattered beneath the surface. Others think it could be tied to strange geological processes deep inside the moon's crust. But here's where the conspiracy-minded get intrigued. Some believe these anomalies may not be natural at all. They suggest they could be the remnants of artificial technology buried beneath the lunar surface. perhaps relics of an ancient civilization, or even structures deliberately placed to shield certain areas. Adding to the puzzle, astronauts during Apollo missions reported experiencing unexplained space noises while orbiting the moon. Strange whistling and static that some researchers now connect to these magnetic hotspots. Could the moon itself be sending signals? Whatever the cause, the moon's magnetic mystery suggests it is far more complex than the barren world we once imagined. Each discovery raises new questions, hinting that our nearest celestial neighbor still hides secrets just beneath its dusty surface.